Well, this is the closet that I'm going to work on for a little bit today. And this is in our front bedroom. And we don't use it as a bedroom, really. We don't use it at all anymore, except this is where Josie sleeps. And we have our little rabbits in here. So all of this junk that is in this closet is just taking up space. And I want to go through all of this and organize what we're going to keep, get rid of what we're going to get rid of, and put some shelves or something in here so that I can use this for actual real storage of things we use, because none of this is stuff that we get into. So it's just taking up room that we could use for actual storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through the stuff. A lot of the things in these boxes, not all of it, but some of the things in these boxes were things that belonged to my mother-in-law. And when we packed up her last apartment that she lived in, there's a lot of stuff from there. And, you know, we just kind of did it real quickly. And so there's not necessarily all things that we would want to keep in here. Some of this is just old paperwork too. And we certainly don't need to keep a lot of that stuff. And then up here, we've got a lot of old VHS tapes, and the things that were home movies, we've already moved that over to DVDs. And it's nice to have these as a backup, I guess, but that's not even what all of these are. So I'm gonna go through that. This basket is just full of old papers. There might be a few things in there I'd want to keep, but most of it, if I haven't gotten into it, this has been in here for about 5 years at least. And if it's not something I've needed in 5 years, I doubt very much that it's anything that it's that important. So this is going to be the project of the day. I'm not going to work on it all day. I'm going to do a little bit on it, and then whatever I get done will be what I get done, because I want to also go and finish the second raised garden bed today, since the storms are over supposedly and it's going to be sunny. And I want to get dirt in there and get some more things planted. So I don't want to be inside dealing with this all day when I need to be out there getting those things in the ground. But I want to try to make a dent in this. So this is my before. Y'all, here is an example of some of the kind of stuff that is just taking up space in here. This whole bin, I think, is teaching stuff. And there's probably a few things in here I would keep, but for the most part, most of this is just trash at this point. A lot of this stuff is online and, you know, outdated and things like that. Things like these, I might keep these if I can straighten them out, because I do use these as desk toppers. But a lot of this stuff, like things like copies of worksheets and stuff, that's all trash, because everything is online these days and there's just no need to keep hard copies of this stuff. So I'm going to go through this bin, and I would guess that 99% of this is going to end up trash. And I've already got a pretty good sized bag of trash from another box that wasn't teaching stuff, but it was just old papers of things like old car registration stuff, the cars that we don't even have anymore, and things like that, and old investment. Every time that we would have like an account or something, the bank would send us these booklets with all of this stuff. And again, all of that stuff is online. So there's just really no need to keep all of this paper anymore. Of course, you know, actual account information, that's one thing, but this is just, a lot of this stuff is things that come in your statements, or it comes, you know, quarterly, these pamphlets and stuff, and I just don't need all that stuff in here. And then this, like I said, this is all old worksheets and things like that. This is all trash. So I'm going to go through this and hopefully get rid of a whole bin here. Have y'all ever started a project and then once you get started, you're kind of wishing, man, I wish I hadn't started this. That's where I am right now. I'm like, okay, this is way more than I thought it was going to be. Let me show you guys how much I've pulled out of this closet. I've just only pulled out 2 bins, and let me show you what I've got. So I've already got, this is 3 smaller bags of trash, 1 big bag of trash. These are just some books I'm going to keep to put in a garage sale. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna mess with them. This is all like old newspapers and delivery tickets and stuff. This one little stack here is stuff that I am gonna go through a second time, that I think maybe there's some stuff in there I could use in my classroom. The science and the social studies book, I'm not going to use those in teaching, but I have a hard time just throwing books away. And I collect kids' books, and I'm just going to put those in my little personal library. But this is what I've ended up with. This is all stuff that I'm thinking about keeping. I'm going to go, well, like this, I don't know. It's just a little, I may put this in the garage sale pile. It's just got little, little positive thoughts. I mean, it's nice and everything, but do I really need that? The stuff that I had in this closet, y'all. And things like this doesn't really change. So yeah, I can use that. And just a stack of notebook paper. I mean, I don't want to just throw that away, and I'm sure I can use it. If nothing else, I'll take it up to my classroom. And dictionaries. I mean, those don't ever really go out of style. Oh my gosh, but the pile just keeps growing. And magnifying glasses. A lot of this was teaching stuff, so there's just random things, because when I moved from one school to another, you know how packing goes. It started out to be real organized, and then towards the end, when I was running out of time, I was just kind of throwing random stuff in boxes, and so stuff isn't really organized in any way. These are old maps, and my husband likes stuff like this. He's not going to want me to throw away these maps. These old newspapers, what I'm saving these for is not, I'm not a hoarder. I'm not keeping a bunch of old newspapers for no reason. I'm going to use these like for our fire pit. We can roll them up and use them as fire starters. But I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm a little overwhelmed. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. It's like I'm dreading that I even started this, but I'm glad that I'm tackling it. Oh goodness, y'all. This is a mess. I don't know why I let it go so long. Okay, I'm gonna get back to work.